What up guys, my name is Johnny and I'm here for another styling video. Go ahead and subscribe to this video, like it before you see it because you don't know what's gonna come next because it's gonna be mind-blowing. It's gonna be amazing. Wait for it. 3, 2, 1. Ear number 1, you know my favorite, 14 karat yellow gold. So what we got here is a very cool, different kind of thing I decided to do. I decided to mix up some gems with some stones. And I'm gonna start with the bottom and work my way up. I started with this moon piece I have. It's fairly large. I have used it for like a flat before or helix before, but I do feel like it's meant for the lobe. It's a lot larger, so it's a good first piece to start with. And then next to it, I decided to go with the yellow Trinity. I think both of them are fairly large pieces, so they go really nicely together. This one's a lot bigger, so you definitely want to go with a bigger item on the very first hole. And then on the second one, you want to go with a little bit smaller. As far as up here goes, I decided to do something very like, I guess not matchy. I went with one opal fixed bead ring. This is an 8mm. And on top of that, I decided to go with a regular ring. Usually I like to like match two things up, but for this one, I want to do something different. Go with an opal and then go with a plain one just to kind of give it a little bit of contrast. And in the middle, I decided to put a little bit of a bigger gem here. This is a 2.5 14 karat gold top. And above that, I decided to go with a 2mm gold top. I always like doing a tragus with a forward helix because a lot of times people don't have extra space for like 3 or 2 forward helixes. So going with one up here and one down here kind of creates that like nice line. Also makes it look like it doubles up. So I doubled it up here, and then I kind of doubled it up over here. And then to bring the whole thing into a full circle, I used a 16 gauge 3/8 Daith ring. This piece is a lot larger than what you would typically put in your Daith. You usually would downsize to an 8mm, so it's more snug. But I like how it fills up the entire ear. But I like the way it looks in this ear because obviously this ear is scaled down to be a model size. It's not a human being ear. It pretty much brings it into full circle. It's a fairly simple design. It's a lot of studs involved. If you don't want to put too many rings and you don't want to wrap your ear, it's cool little studs you could add to your ear. Very simple, very easy. As far as down here goes, I mean, you can mix and match all different styles. If you wanted to put this one back here and this one up here, that would totally work out. So all these pieces of jewelry are very versatile except for the Daith ring. It's meant to be a Daith ring, but the rest of these, you could take them out, put them here, put them there, just mix them up. It's a pretty versatile, very simple, everyday gold stud look, you know, very simplistic. There you go. That's your 14 karat gold styled ear by your boy Johnny. Ear number 2. This one's actually a lot different. I kind of wanted to go with a little theme here. So for the Rook, I decided to go with a double prong front facing Rook jewelry. And you notice how it has like a curve and then it kind of like has a gem on the bottom. And I found a sterling silver earring that has a very similar thing. This one's a traditional earring with a traditional backing, but there's like a cuff thing that you slap on the back and it kind of just hugs the ear. So this piece can be also bought separately. Our pieces usually come as a full thing. And I decided to remove the piece off this one and just add the same exact earring next to it because I was gonna put 2 of these next to each other, but I felt like it'd be too much. So I added one regular and then one stud just to kind of complement the stud next to it. And then moving on to over here, I want to do something very different. Something I usually like to do when someone doesn't want to work with the top part of the ear. They want to focus on the middle. I want to do 2 small studs and I want to have a centerpiece as a flower just so I don't want to have 3 studs all next to each other because it just gets boring. Adding a middle piece that's a lot larger, it's a lot different than these two, adds a little bit of contrast. It kind of gives it a cool little touch. And that's pretty much it. This is a lot simpler, a lot different than what I did over there. And yeah, this is all majority titanium except for the bottom piece. These are all made of sterling silver. These are made of titanium. That's also made of titanium. These are just tops, so you definitely need to purchase a back piece if you want to buy this stud. This one's a full piece as is. This is a 16 gauge 5/16. If you definitely want a smaller snug look, you definitely want to go with that size. If you go with a 3/8, it's a lot bigger. That's the size we normally pierce with. And this one's pretty standard as is. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Comment below which ear was your favorite. Either it was the silver one or it was the gold one. Let me know which one was your favorite. I would love to know your opinions. And if you haven't done so, like this video, subscribe because we're almost at 500K. Help us get there. And that is it, folks. I'll see you guys every Tuesday. Styled by Johnny. See you guys later. Peace.